After months of training, losing 4 stone, how much fitter am I?
It never gets easier, you just get quicker. I'm not really thinking about the distance, which is nice.
So last year in May, I ran my first ever park run. I think I did it in around 37 minutes and I was over the moon with that time. It was a PB. And just for context, it wasn't the first time I'd ever run 5K. It wasn't the first time I'd gone for a run. This wasn't just like I woke up one Saturday, threw my running shoes on and thought, I'll give it a go. I'd actually been training quite a bit before this. I'd been doing treadmill runs and I actually had the Peloton at that point. So I'd actually lost quite a bit of weight and I'd improved my fitness. I did all that before I even dared think about the idea of going and running a 5K in a public event. So that's just good to remember for context. And when you look at my zone stat, it took me a very long time to bring my heart rate back under control. I think it's about 15, 20 minutes where my heart rate is still elevated. So I'm out, I'm running. My intention was to run the same route as the park run, but the ground is just so wet. So I take a bit of a detour and I go a bit around the streets and it's still in the same area. The key is just to try and run the 5K again. One of the biggest issues I had this time, if any, was actually trying to go at the same pace. I'm going to try not to use the word slow because I think if you're running at that pace, I don't want to make up for 1 second that it's slow. It's not a slow pace. If you can run 5K, great. And if you can do it in any time at all, great. Like, this is not a video which is me saying what is a good time, what is a bad time. It's me versus me. I'm running quicker than what I should be. I'm finding it difficult to keep that pace, and I'm not sure if that's just because I'm trying to think about carrying the camera, filming, talking.
Yeah, trying to avoid this.
And at the time when I was doing the run, I remember thinking, like, how do people do 30 minutes? How do they do 15 minutes? How do they do 30 minutes and still manage to chat? It felt like just so, like, I'll never get there. But yeah, it's a very wet day, mud everywhere, big puddles everywhere. So very different to when I did it in May. It was a nice sunny day that day. So I'm looking forward to those days again to be able to run again in summer. I think that'll be the plan, maybe to start doing park runs every week. I'm lucky that I actually have a park run on my doorstep. So that's really good. But I remember doing this run, it was still an effort, it was still a run, but it was certainly something that I felt a lot more comfortable with.
So, over 3.5 kilometres down, taking a bit of time just to walk and bring the heart rate down and get back on track time-wise. We've built up that bigger buffer. Still pushing, I'm still feeling it, but I'm actually going quicker than what I should be. It's just little bits, little improvements, a little bit further, a little bit faster, an extra run. I sometimes know when to go slow, when to push, when not to push. It's all worth it. So it does make a difference. On that first park run, I didn't stop the whole way round and couldn't stop, and it still took me 37 minutes. So if you're struggling, if you're feeling like you're not getting any better, then always just look back. Don't expect massive improvement straight away. It does take time.
But I think that's probably some of the problems as well. Like, not every run you do has to be a PB. Not every run has to be something where you're improving constantly. Just getting out there and actually running and enjoying it. I think last time when I ran, or last time when I was losing weight, I used running quite a lot, but I didn't have all this stuff to track me and my watch and heart rate zone and all that. And actually, I used to enjoy it much more than what I do now. I'd just go for a run and I'd run as far as I wanted to, for as long as I wanted to, as fast as I wanted to, and didn't really care. Whereas now I think I'm too obsessed with PBs and pace and split pace, and actually it's taken some of the fun out of it, where I should be able to just go out for a run. So that's something that maybe I want to try a bit more this year, just to kind of get out and just run. And if I go 5k, 2k, it doesn't really matter, like just go out there and run. But I think it's interesting for me to see how much more comfortable I was at this pace. So I do enjoy exercise, and that exercise can come in many different forms. Last year I played a bit of tennis, and looking forward to doing that again this year in the summer. Maybe give it a go yourself, like any old stats you've got of anything you used to do, maybe try and do it again at that same pace or the same level or whatever it is. Compare yourself and just see just how different it feels, because I think you'll probably surprise yourself. So yeah, that's it. That's the 5k done, and you can see I was still under time really, even with the stop breaks and chatting, and yeah, I come in a little bit under target, and yeah, felt like a nice steady run. So maybe I might do a few more of them. Maybe do a couple of park runs where I aim for 34 minutes. Hopefully you've enjoyed seeing the progress, and it might give you some ideas of something you might want to do. Let me know in the comments if you do give it a go, and if you're surprised at what your results were. But yeah, until the next one, I'll see you later.